Alright, so here today we have the brand new Labyrinth. This is going to be a fast and easy clear through if you want to go and get through this as soon as possible. I'm going to give you the best tips and tricks, what I learned, what I know, a quick little video to show you what the bosses look like and how everything operates. If there's any, gimmicks, I'll alert you in this video. So we're going to go through it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It does help out a ton. If you enjoy the content, again, sub up, leave a like, and helps out. For this Labyrinth, it's a very important one because finally, after years, literally, it's been like, I think, what, a year and a half maybe, or maybe a little more. I have no idea. It's been a very long time since we last had a brand new cosmetic drop in the shop over here. But we do. We do have a brand new shop and cosmetic over here, which is the Escanor cosmetic. It looks very nice. A lot of people want it, and I will show you, again, how to beat this as fast as possible and what you kind of want to know. Again, let's jump into it. Pretty simple. Let's hop into the gameplay. So beginning over here, this is what I went with for the first character. I went with the King, okay? I would reset and get King. I think that he is the best. He, again, obviously has the stun and he has a heal. In this dungeon, the team that I went for was, again, a very smart team that I actually use in majority of the dungeons if they allow you to get these characters. It's going to be Melascula, and later down the line, it's going to be Matrona. Because how it operates, actually, is when you use them together, you taunt with Matrona, she dies, you will then have Melascula keep her alive until whenever, and once the effect wears off, you heal with King, which is, in my opinion, cooked, right? I would do it. Very, again, good team there. And that's kind of how I operated a bunch of dungeons from, season 1 onwards to whatever season this is. I don't know where we are, so whatever the title says, that's where we are. But that's, again, how they kind of handle things here. For the most part, how was this dungeon? It wasn't bad. Unironically, it was not a bad Labyrinth. It was actually very well made. There are some new features to this one. You can, hit up, one of the pads and jump towards the ending or jump towards, the end of the floor. I don't know if it's worth it to hit the pads, early on. I'll be very honest with you, just because when I did it the first time I was playing, I jumped and I landed right before the boss, and I had level 17 characters, and they got annihilated. So, I didn't do it. If you want to do it, be my guest. But again, later on the line, I did pick up a pretty strong character. So, I mean, it's for me, I don't think even if I rerun it with the character, I don't know if it's worth it to hit those pads. But some of them do different things. If you want to test it, be my guest. But I was too scared to touch them. So for this run, I didn't touch them at all. When it came to passives, if everybody's asking, you will get a lot of passives that are like, hey, do you want to give it to unknown characters, 17% extra base stats? Do you want to give it to giant characters, fairy characters, whatever character? Do you want to give them stats? You will either accept that or don't accept that. It's up to you. But every time I went for human stats or human and giant stats because I wanted my Matrona to tank and I wanted my later character, which I'll show you, to survive. So I went for that. But it's not a terrible boss. If you are having issues with the Labyrinth, here's a little tip and trick, right? You will see when we get to the first shop over on the first floor, take a look into the first floor. By the time you get to the first floor, you beat one boss, you will then have 3 character picks. As soon as you pick your 3rd character, you get to a shop. You can straight up just purchase one of the rocks, okay, to level up your account. Level up your account and just keep resetting. Do the one fight, do the 3 character picks, pick the shop, pick the bonus, right? The rock that's again gonna last every single run you do. It basically is the red, blue, or green one. I kept on getting blue when I did it, or check the shops. I mostly get blue. Green. I kept getting green. I got a level 6 green by the end. Just keep doing that, and then redo the runs, and you'll see you will clear this very quickly. Because again, you'll give yourself insane HP or defense or attack, depending on what you get. But that is a little cheat because it literally takes a minute to beat the first floor up until there. So just keep doing that 20 times. That's 20 minutes worth of work. And your account's or your dungeon is insanely strong. Your dungeon team will be very strong. So a bit of a cheat you can do. I saw it with this one because with the initial, again, first floor, it is very easy to get to that shop. And it is very easy to farm. Up until then, buy out the crystal, the boost, right? And then just keep going. Because again, it's a permanent boost. Why wouldn't you go and use the permanent boost? So to me, that's how I did it. It was, again, a very smart thing to do. Just because, extra HP and whatever is good. It's going to help you a crap ton. So up to you if you want to take that advice. Again, fully up to you. But obviously, I did it because, you can see at the start of the video, we did have a few crystals there. But I think I only did it 2 times because I failed 2 times. But, to each their own. Want to do it, it just helps out. That's all it is. So there is that. But beyond that, again, when it came to the shops, what did I kind of go for? I always went for the boost, the permanent boost, right? Again, the crystals, I think that was the best part. They don't have passives in the shop this time. So just so you know, if you're trying to go for any passives, they do not have any passives. I kept checking. They do not have any. So in every shop that I hit, unless there's some shops that I missed or just didn't RNG, there are no passives. So it's either whatever passive you pick up or you lose on on that front. Again, passives that I went for were any stat based for the characters that I'm running. Sometimes you will get like goddesses, but there's barely any goddesses in here. Festival characters, I didn't see any on my run. I did reset a bunch of times. I, again, did not see any festival characters. At the very end, there is a festival character you run into, being Hell on the left side. I went to choose and go against Freya because it worked out for me. She is a super weak boss at the very end. But the first floor boss, honestly, was like, if anything, was the harder one just because of the counter. Ironically, the second one wasn't that hard. It was Glocks or Gerhard. For the first one, it was these two, and it was not hard at all. I'll be very honest with you. Sorry, the hardest of the three. I think Glocks and I went for Freya. They weren't that hard, but Gerhard has like the annoying gimmick where she heals, basically. Glocks has the annoying mechanic where he basically blockades, correct? Where he cancels your effects. And then Hell drains your HP if you attack, right? So it's going to be like you're going to go to the next stage with a lot of less HP. So it's again, it's up to you what you want to do, but this is the only like stage where my Matrona died because he was just annoying. Like Hauser was unironically, because the counter kept on annoying me. So if anything, this was the hardest boss. I genuinely don't think anything was harder than that boss because this is the only stage where my Matrona actually dies. From this point onwards, you will see that in this gameplay, Matrona like stays alive the entire time. So that's just how it went. But again, every chance I had to buy one of those stones, I bought them. Just so you know, I would highly recommend, because if you're trying to farm this, you're going to be doing this constantly. You're going to be continuously and constantly and like you won't stop. You have to go to floor 2 after this, and then continue onwards till 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on where you want to go to. But it depends. So it's like 30 minutes per run. You will keep slowly lowering that number if you're doing things correctly by buying those shop items. Because again, it's attack, it's HP, it's defense, it's just raw stats on your account. On my account, I think. Can I check what I actually got? No, I can't. I can't check what stats I have or anything. But I have like a level 6 HP, a level 2 red, and like a level 4 blue. So that's what I have right now. But with those things, I was able to do so much. So just remember what you can do if you have anything associated or anything higher than that, right? Because it's going to help. I'm being very honest here. It's going to help. So that is just my quick take on that front. But again, if you don't want to and you just want to buy more stats and such, I don't know. When I got to the end, by the way, a quick little tip also, I had plenty of extra, like I wasted like drops where you would get enhancers or awakening, correct? You will waste those because of how much you actually get. You constantly get level ups, awakenings, and you have so many options. I stopped, like, if I were to do this run again, I'm not going to buy any from the shops because I wasted some at the end where I was already maxed and I just couldn't do anything. But that's kind of how it is. So just so you know, I definitely wasted a bunch of currency, which I could have just bought, extra buffs or something. But yeah, also I will make this clear. In most of the shops, I wasn't able to buy a character. It's like most of the shops don't have it. Maybe some do, like 1 or 2, but majority of the shops don't let you buy characters. So when you have a character pick, don't rely on the shop to save you, because again, most of the shops don't have characters, and if they did have characters, I'll show you in the video. What I saw was horrible characters. They were like really mid. So I only went for characters off of floor loot because again, in the shops, they sucked balls, dude. They were bad. So I don't know. If you want to try your luck on that, you're more than welcome to, but I would never. But again, I don't know where I'm at right now in the gameplay. Probably I recently got Roxy or something like that. But yeah, Roxy's what I have here. She was my character to the very end, and because of that, we were able to clear super quickly. So very happy about that. Roxy is a genuine carry. So if anybody can get their hands on Roxy, because the death damage and everything is really helpful. The thing is, on Glocks, the death damage applies, but on Freya, it doesn't. So most likely, the crit chance was super high on Freya and Hell. So don't expect to always crit. And in the bosses on, later floors, they get stronger, right? It could be a little harder. So I went for that, but I don't know if it's gonna bite me in the rear later on, but we shall see. We shall see if it does. So that's again first floor. But beyond that, let me just check real quick to make sure. Like I'm gonna start this. So you'll see the gameplay still, but I'm gonna start floor 2. I'm pretty sure the team doesn't transfer; just one character transfers. For my team, I'll probably just take Roxy in, because Roxy was like the best for me to work with, and she did a lot of damage and everything. So this says receive a clear bonus and challenge the first floor of the labyrinth. So if I click that, that's what I'm trying to do, right? I want the floor bonus or challenge the first floor of the underground labyrinth. Yeah, we don't. We want the bonus. So let's pick the bonus. That will just, yeah, so this is a standard thing. It'll just give you the characters you had. So between Roxy, Melascula, or Matrona. So in this case, I'll just pick Roxy probably because, you know, she was the TPS queen for me. And then whatever passives I get. So, yeah, it's season 13. It says over here clearly. So it is season 13 for anybody who was wondering. And that also will give you a boost and everything. But, yeah, there's no depth in this one. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onwards until whenever. That's kind of how they operated things here, Rich. Again, it's not bad. I don't know if this format's really that bad. It's like a collab format. Just not, again, depths. I don't know, people hate depths, so you can't say anything there. People really hate depths. So if you say, like, this sucks, well, guess what? Your fellow knights, as they say, simply hate depths. Depths is considered worse. People complain on forums constantly about how the depths are and everything, so you can't win when it comes to that. People were complaining that Escanor returned, or Escanor's costume was here. Again, I told this in my past video. They're mad that Escanor has a skin in here because it's considered like paywalling, quotes, right? Quotes, because technically you have to be good at the game to get it, and that's paywalling it. So, you know, people just complain. You can't do much about that. But we're on third floor over here. You will see again, it's like I didn't know what to pick. I wanted to get rid of King. I'm like, what do I do? Do I pick up Ludo? I just picked up Red Escanor because in case, you know, Matrona dies, at least having a character who can crit with Roxy, so it's at least a human character. I was hoping to see like maybe some other really good human characters, which there's so many non-festival good solid human characters, but we did not get one of those. But I think again, I didn't really have any issue once the team got formatted and once we progressed and once we had like the DPS dude, we were doing really good. Roxy was just like one-shotting everyone we needed to. If we didn't have a Roxy card, obviously our damage would fall off a bit, but I don't know. For the most part, we were hard clearing everything. So I really again did not have issues post this part here. I will say it's one of the easier labyrinths. Definitely not the easiest, but it's definitely pretty freaking easy. So if you are complaining that like, oh, I'm never gonna get Escanor, this is bull crap. Yeah, high chance you're getting Escanor. Very high chance you're getting Escanor. Because, again, it is, in my opinion, one of the easier labyrinths out there. So, one of the easier ones, okay? So, yeah, there we go. Again, cleared this stage. We only have a little bit left here. There are no, like, miniature bosses. Sometimes with these bosses or the labyrinths, you have a miniature boss. This one does not have a miniature boss. If anybody's going to ask me that question, there was no miniature boss that I ran into. Sometimes, like on stages, there was like, oh my god, a super hard one. The only real hard one was that one that's in depths that was found on the third floor, but it's not really that hard in my opinion. It's like basically a neutered version of the original boss. It's super easy to beat, and again, I don't think there was any issues with it. So, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, this one, the one that you're seeing on the screen right now. It's this one that was in depths usually, but he's so weak. Again, he's like super tanky in depths here, but maybe I was just stronger or something, but. We beat this guy super quickly, so I won't say that he's hard at all, but I didn't really feel like there was a miniature boss. Especially his attack damage was so bad, too. Like, usually he has super high attack damage. Over here, he barely had any attack damage, too. So, it was definitely... They definitely knew that, like, people were just going to complain about Escanor being there, so they're just going to mainly kind of nerf most of the, bosses and floor things, but... Beyond that, it was like a clear run to the end, I think. I don't think we actually fought anything else. I think it's all just, me buying level ups and such. So you'll just see, again, the ending here, what I went for. You will see that I spent the currency, but I'm like, there's so many level ups here. What am I going to do? What is the point of this? So that's how things operated, but that's just how things go, man. It's just how things go. Continuing onwards, buying this over here. Pretty simple. Buying the level up, ults. We did get 6-6 going in, so that was there, but we didn't get to actually ult, which... anticlimactic. Imagine getting a 6-6 but not being an ult once. I went for a refresh here because I'm like, I want something of value, and that's what I got. So no festival characters here. I don't think of the other refresh there was a festival character. Maybe there are festival characters in here. If anybody gets one, let me know down below. But I didn't get one in this run or the other runs that I saw. So I'm not going to say that there is one. But there could be. You could be getting one. I don't know. Over here again, we picked up the green one because I know that I'm done with this anyways. I saw hell and I ran, dude. I saw hell, I'm like, hell no! I went for this one because Freya is red, so the main damage dealer really won't do much to me. All I had to worry about was the green, which is like a side character, which usually doesn't do much damage. But I was like, hey, my rocks is gonna rip Freya. Sadly, because of how it's designed, she's actually super crit resistance. So I couldn't crit her once, but she wasn't any problem. Had her knocked down in 2 seconds, which was crazy. Come on, man. I thought, these final bosses were super hard. I was going in scared like this was a hard labyrinth because I'm like, they put Escanor in here. They're going to make this a super hard labyrinth. They did not. I was shocked, bro. I'm like, this has to be a hard labyrinth. There's no way it's not. Dude, this thing was far from hard, but yeah, I don't know. So just go with that as what they did here, but I mean, it's good. New players, you are scared of these things, but for now, at least, that's there. But wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Have fun. That's the ending of the video. Hopefully my tips help you and whatever I learned across the way. That's been it. Peace out. Take care.